What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we are checking out the Huawei P9. This actually showed up at the office last week, and I haven't had a chance to get into it, but I know a lot of you have been asking me about this phone, so I'm gonna give you my brief impressions here. We're gonna get into the box and see what this thing is all about. Get my handy little knife. This thing is fresh. And there's a lot of cool things about this. So, well, as far as specs go anyways, this has a Kirin 955 processor inside of it, and it's also packing a 5.2-inch 1080p display, and you got 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage, so a lot of cool stuff here these days. So, here we go with the Huawei P9. All right, so let's just, whoa, almost dropping things. Okay, we're safe. It's a pretty sharp phone, like it's nice and thin, it's rather lightweight, feels pretty good in the hand, like edge to edge display right here, which is nice. I don't know if it's actually gonna look like that when we turn it on or we're gonna have a bezel. In Huawei fashion, we have a nice designed box. Got our SIM card tool, some booklets, nothing important. But we have a power adapter, which is obviously not for my region. So right here we have our USB Type-C connector, which is important. And we have some headphones here that look very, very similar to earpods. I mean, like, seriously, like if you don't want to, just don't copy their designs. I mean, it's pretty simple. These look like earpods, but that's not important. I'm not worried about the headphones or the cable or anything like that. We are here to check out the phone. So let's go ahead and power this bad boy on. And there we go. So it looks like there is a slight bezel around the display. It's not actually edge to edge like I thought it was going to be. Looks pretty nice. We have a nice little startup tone there. But here's the thing. This phone is cool and all, and everything that it comes with is nice, but the real key feature here of the Huawei P9, at least in my opinion, is going to be the camera setup on the back. So along with the fingerprint sensor that we have here, which is nothing new for Huawei, they do a fantastic job with their fingerprint sensor. It works great. On the front side, we have an 8 megapixel camera, but on the back side, we have dual 12 megapixel cameras. And this was designed in part with Leica. So if you're not familiar with Leica, they're kind of a boss in the camera space. And this phone is packing some heat in that department. So basically, the review, if you'd like to see one, leave a thumbs up, is going to be based around whether or not this camera takes as boss pictures as the company that Huawei has aligned with to design the cameras here. So dual cameras on the backside looks kind of funny in my opinion. You know, there's been some rumors about the iPhone 7 having this design right here. So I don't know, you know, we'll have to test it out and see how it goes. We're here on the home screen. Now, I have to say something real quick. This isn't as bad as some of the other phones that I've seen out there. I mean, some of the icons look kind of iOS-y. I don't really want to put that out there too strongly, but I think y'all know what I mean. Let's get into this camera here real quick. Now, along with the design, partnered with Leica to make this like dual lens thing happen, there's actually a lot of custom controls here in the camera. So there's a pro mode, and inside of that pro mode, you have the ability to adjust the ISO, the shutter speed. We have our autofocus toggle. We can set autofocus center. We can set manual focus. A lot of pro controls here, and it's all built right in. Of course, you can get third-party apps that'll do that. Everybody knows it. Open Camera is one of my favorites, but with this little guy right here, you have all of that right at your fingertips, which is pretty cool. And you can just pop out that pro mode just like that. I'm more curious to see how this camera performs in a real world experience. Take it out there, you know, see what this dual camera setup is all about. Basically, the deal here with the dual camera setup is you have one RGB sensor and one monochrome sensor, and it allows you to capture more light and more detail. So with the RGB sensor, you're capturing everything that you normally would with any old smartphone camera out there. Of course, we're hoping that it's going to be on another level, just given that it's a newer thing and it's partnered with Leica to make this happen. But the monochrome sensor is actually going to capture a lot of the detail. And then Huawei processes the photo in post, puts everything together, and actually makes a better photo, or at least that's the intention. So pretty interested to see how that looks, and right now I'll probably be displaying some photos for you on the screen if you want to check that out and see what you think. Let me know what you think about the photos in the comments section below. Overall, I mean, Huawei, you did a good job again. I like the Nexus, I like this phone so far, but Only time will tell, you know, will the 3000 milliamp hour battery inside hold up? Will all these things come together to make this a great phone? Let me know what you think about the Huawei P9 in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Thanks again for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.